Hello everyone, it's been a little bit. I won't make this video too long. First off, I hope everybody had a good holiday season. No matter who you spent it with, no matter what you did, I just hope it was in peace and with the ones that you love and care for. Secondly, yes, the mustache is gone and I'm back to babyface. Hard to believe that I'm going to be 32 this year, but still look like I'm only 20. I guess some people call that a blessing. It's actually kind of a curse because you'd be surprised how many times I get ID'd walking into places. I was like, no, I was born in 93. All right, so obviously this channel, I do politics on it. I was mostly using it while I was running for the state senate here in Ohio. Uh, so first off, yeah, we didn't win the election. We came close. After all was said and done, over 50,000 people wanted me. I just want to say thank you to the people that voted for me. And I did a short right after the election. If it looked like I was out of it in that little short, it's because I kind of was. I was coming off of like a really long day, like a 20-hour day, and I was about ready to go pass out. So I was like, ugh, during that. But I just want to reiterate, congratulations, Terry Johnson. You won the election, so congratulations to that. I still do wholeheartedly support the idea of the dissolvement of both the Republican and Democrat parties, because I feel like anymore it's just dividing this country. But moving on. So, why did I run for state senate? I ran for the plain and simple fact that as a regular person who works 9 to 5, who has bills, who has to maintain the house and everything, I ran just mostly because nobody else was. There's a lot of people out there constantly saying, oh, we need this, we need that. I hate this politician, I hate them, blah, blah, blah. But nobody was ever running. They like to sit around and complain. And I'm a person of action. If I say I'm doing something, 95% of the time I do it. And you can ask anybody that knows me in real life, is 95% of the time I do what I say I'm doing. That 5% where I don't is like either because of financial reasons, plans have changed due to personal, family, whatever. So, all right, so where do we stand from here? First off, I'm still going to continue complaining about politics, and I'm still going to continue to work in the background. During my campaign, I met a lot of people that are in the state government of the state of Ohio, as well as different people from different political parties and factions. And I also had an opportunity to meet a lot of wonderful people while I was out knocking on doors. And oh shoot, sorry about that. I met so many wonderful people while out knocking on doors. And I wasn't just doing targeted houses. I can't tell you how many times I was handed a map. Like I would drive to a different county that was in my district, and I'd be handed a map by somebody from the party, and they would say, oh yeah, these are highlighted houses that you want to hit. I didn't do that. Why didn't I do that? I didn't do that because the plain and simple fact, I don't want a one-sided opinion. I want all opinions. That's the only way that a real compromise and a real strategy can be come up with that works best for everybody. And I'll still continue to run things that way because I'm not a one-sided person. I look at both right and left. I have views on Republican side as well as Democrat side. I'm for conserving land. I'm for strong family value. I'm for or a good stable household and income. I'm also for helping people. I'm also for clean green energy, but I also understand that we can't just do it overnight. I have this whole wide list and range of views and opinions that I'll never change for anybody. And if that displeases some people, that's their problem, not mine. So, next. what am I doing from here? Well, right now I'm stepping back for just a minute, and I'm taking care of some personal stuff in my life. So, not a whole lot of major stuff, just a few personal things that need to be dealt with. So I'm still going to continue doing politics on this channel, regardless. And like I said, I'm still going to continue to work in the background to try and improve things the best I can for everybody out there who watches. And so one thing I think that should happen, and these are some ideas I want to throw to you guys. When I was running, I kept getting people saying, well, that'll never happen. Those politicians won't do that. That's a pipe dream, what you're thinking. No, that ain't possible. The only reason it's not possible is because we're allowing it to be not possible. We're standing by and just twiddling our thumbs, shaking our fists, and making angry posts on Facebook, Twitter, or whatever people complain on these days. Nobody cares. And no, I'm not calling it X. It's Twitter. So, real quick, some political thoughts, and then I'll let you guys go. First off, if I was running for president and I got in, the first thing I would say is I would look at the U.S. Congress, both the House and Senate, and I would say, here's your ultimatum. The people are tired. If you do not pass the 28th Amendment, which puts term limits, pay cap, and possibly age limits. There's a lot of consensus that less elderly people should be in our government, and I am of that opinion, because when you do that, things stagnate. But unless that is passed, as the president, I will veto every piece of legislation coming into the White House until it is done. And veto is the scariest thing, because that means Congress has to practically get everybody to agree on a bill to pass it. Strong arm them. Next, Elon Musk, shut up, you dumbass. You're not an American citizen. You are a South African that managed to get rich off an idea that you didn't even create. The electric car has been around since the 1900s. Yes, I'm going after you. Next, Greenland, we're not invading you. Same thing with Panama, same thing with Canada. We're not invading you guys. As somebody who was in the Marine Corps, I can personally tell you that a lot of the military people will not do it. We're not invaders, we're liberators. Even the Constitution says that we are not conquerors. That's why we've never conquered a territory. Unless, of course, you talk about Native Americans and all the treaties that were broken, but that's a story for a different day. Next, the whole CEO getting shot in New York. That was interesting. 4 out of every 10 adults agree with the assassin. This is an unprecedented time. First off, murder's murder. Do I agree with insurance companies and how they basically have the motto, we don't pay? No. And I have a little bit of inside knowledge towards insurance companies because my mom worked with insurance companies for almost 30 years. So I heard stories. I know how they operate. And yes, medical insurance companies too. That's where her field was. Yeah, murder's murder still. Did he deserve it? He probably deserved to go out a different way. But either way, we can't let ourselves devolve into just chaos and anarchy like that. It sends a bad message. So that trial is going to be interesting. But I think what should be done is a law or legislation passed in this country. And again, this can happen if more people started forcing it. I think we're at that point that it could be done. Make the insurance companies prove that a surgery or medication is not medically necessary. Make them. Oh, you don't need insulin. You're perfectly fine. You're just fat. I weigh less than 100 pounds. I need insulin. My niece, she's diabetic and has to have a pump. So I hear from my sister all the time about how it's a fight with the insurance companies over her insulin. So I can agree with this. I can agree with that policy being in effect. But anyway, I'm going to go for now. I've got work here shortly. I hope all of you have a good day. I hope that no matter what comes, we leave these next couple years in peace. And I'll continue to work for all of you. Feel free to message me in the comments. I read them. Have a good day.